Alrighty, so we got BFRI. This is the one that was actually making some nice moves here pre-market, as well as RELI. So RELI, it had some nice moves as well, and it's climbing up, as you can tell in the 10-minute. So we just need to see that final curl. It's just the 10-minute MACD doesn't look super impressive, but coming into the last couple seconds here, here's market open. This one does look pretty good. Now our first resistance level is mainly 8, I guess. We have 75 here. That's our first small resistance level, and then we got room all the way up to 825. So if this broke 8, I would be going for 825 and selling most likely. But the first minute, like I said, I don't trade the first minute usually. ARDS here is coming up to its 200. This is also on the scans, but I'm not really feeling it just because the 200 is right there and it's below VWAP, so I'm gonna wait on this one. PPSI, same thing. It's still below its, I guess below VWAP. Doesn't look terrible. It looks like the 10-minute has potential to curl up towards VWAP, but I'm gonna wait on it. ZNTE. Okay, don't know why this is on my scans. SOPA from yesterday made a big move. It actually climbed pretty high. We were trading it around 4, I think, or somewhere in this level. It got halted, and then I had like 4 halts in a row, and then it climbed all the way up to about 11 or something, and then 14 pre-market. So that was a big move for this stock yesterday. Unfortunately, I wasn't around to actually trade it. So RELI still hasn't made a move yet. BFRI, I like BFRI better here. I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see the 5-minute finish higher than where it's at right now. The 1 minute doesn't look too bad though. Spreads are kind of big, 7 cents. Don't want to get in just yet. It's holding VWAP so far. Let's check on RELI. I also like RELI. BFRI. I don't know which one I want to get in on. They're both about the same. I'm gonna get in here on BFRI at 76. I'm gonna look for the break over its last 1 minute high. 1 minute high here is 90. If we can get that break at 90, then we can definitely see a move higher, up towards. Well, I'm gonna sell here at 85 actually, if I can. Okay, there. I'm selling there primarily because I'd seen a huge seller at 10, and that made me a little nervous. So it can definitely break its last 1 minute high, but again, I'm gonna take my profit because I did not like that seller. So I had a 2-cent offset. I got filled at, I don't think I got filled at 85. I'm pretty sure I got filled at 83. But I don't know. So there's 90. Let's see if we get that 90 break. 97. So maybe I should have held. Kind of curious to see. Wow, we broke through that. Wow, we broke through that seller immediately. And I kind of regret not holding my position now. So right idea, just didn't hold through it. That's a big mistake on my end, unfortunately. And look at that, from 10 all the way to 1040. So initially a extremely good entry, and I wasn't paying attention on this candle, so missed that as well. Let's go to RELI. Let's see if we're not missing a move here. So RELI, so I was watching the right one, thank goodness. I just didn't capitalize on it. I mean, Jesus, my grammar today. Okay, so let's see. So not a bad trade, not the trade that I was looking for, initially, but come towards the end of the candle, I mean, it obviously ripped. This one I'd say is kind of choppy though. Like, look at that. Dang. All the way from 1060 back to 10. That makes me nervous. So that's its high a day, I guess. High of this candle's the high day, which is 1060. We could potentially see this back over 1060, but oh, what? Never mind. So pre-market 1073 or 74 is actually the pre-market high, so we'd have to get above that level, but we have resistance here. which makes sense. That's why it's rejecting to this level. And we also have some more resistance or support here, I guess. Support around VWAP. So let's see, I can take another entry here for the next 1 minute high to break. I do feel a little more confident on it just because the 1 minute is about to cross here. And I want to see what this is going to do. Is this just going to... so maybe I should take my entry here. So I should have taken my entry there around 15. That's where I was planning to get in on. This was an obvious move. I just seen that it opened kind of low or mid candle, and it made me a little nervous. I thought it was just going to pull back some more, probably to 10, and I wanted to get a better entry, so I didn't take that. I didn't take that position. I really, really regret it now. Double top here. See if it breaks. There we go. So it broke by 13 cents so far. Ah, man, that's such a huge opportunity I missed. That's okay. We still have the 10 minute. We can still go for a 10-minute position here. Somewhere around 10:40 on the 10 minute or 10:30, 20. Still makes sense to me. See if we get some more sideways consolidation here or just another rip. So it's showing 43 on the bid, 50 on the ask. Still gonna wait on it. See, I want to buy that dip in the 20s right there, but the ask is showing 42. The 5 minute doesn't look too hot. I'm still going for the 10 minute overall. That's primarily what I want to go for. Let's see this wants to do. And the only reason I should have taken this entry regardless was just because it was crossing on the 1 minute. That would have been a perfect play right there. I didn't take it because I wanted it to dip a little more. I thought it was going to be a 2 candle pullback, and then I'd take my entry. So I was anticipating a different type of move there. See if we get a 2 candle pullback here or some sideways consolidation on this candle. If this candle breaks this high here, I'm going to be pretty impressed, but I'm also going to feel a little FOMO there. So high of this candle 65. I don't want it to break. I'd rather it break on the next 1 minute candle, but we'll have to see. Big seller stacked at 50. Could get in here at 48, let's just say. 60. I don't want to get in there because it seemed like it was going to be a quick pop. It still would have been profitable if I would have been able to sell there. But now I'd be red if I didn't get to sell my entire position. So, gonna wait on this set up better, I guess. I want to wait and see if this sets up properly. We do have resistance here above 1050, around 1060 level. Still got a couple more minutes before the next 1 minute open. Oh, we got a minute and 30 before the next 1 minute opens for the 10 minute, I guess. So let's check on some other ones. RELI, consolidating ARDS, same thing. PPSI, same thing. SOPA. SOPA's actually climbing towards VWAP here, just crossing its 1 minute. 5 and 10 minute MACD don't look too bad though. So not moving as much as I wanted to. Red has been popping on the scans here, but I'm going to go back to BFRI and see if we get a 2 candle pullback. So low of this candle is 30. Let's see if we get a pullback towards 30 here, or if we just, well, we broke the last 1 minute high there for a second. High of this 10 minute candle is 73. So let's see if we can get a break of 73 on this next 1 minute. See if it breaks this low, actually. I'm curious. 1030. I'm gonna buy it here at 34. I'm still looking for that 10-minute rip. So I'm in pretty low here. Usually the dips are getting bought up, but let's just see what this wants to do. So it's 37, 45 now. I'm gonna sell at 42. Probably sold a little early if I'm being real, but 1050, yeah, sold a little early again. So the dips on this one are getting bought up, which is good. Let's see if I can get another entry here, a better position. I could have just added to my position if I really thought about it there. 33, got 30 more seconds for this next 1 minute. I don't want to see it rip to the, I don't want to see it break its high here of 73. This one's just so choppy, it's making me nervous. I want to get in here for the break of the 73 high on the 10-minute, but like I said, it's so choppy, it's making me nervous. It has these big pops and then drops all the way back down to its initial position. This is probably the break here, 70. There it is, yep. So I'm already feeling FOMO on this one. I missed 2 major moves here. Missed 2 huge moves, and I'm already feeling it. So that was my initial strategy, was to get in for the break of the 10-minute high, and now it's getting halted. I didn't take my entry here like I should have twice. So I missed this entry and I missed this entry as well. 2 obvious entries. Again, this one I was waiting for a little more of a pullback, so that was on me. This one is just so choppy in this range. I wasn't sure. It opened mid candle, similar to this one over here, and I wasn't sure what it wanted to do. Should have taken my entry, but I was afraid that it would flop back to VWAP because of how choppy it's been trading. And Jesus, man, that would have been a really good move. So, all right. So BFRI's halted, only up $30 on it, unfortunately. Let's go check out some other stocks. RELI, ARDS, nope. PPSI, no. SOPA, no. So, I don't know. Nothing else is on watch, I guess. Everything's kind of just consolidating. RELI is coming up towards VWAP here. Its 10-minute finally crossed. Now it's popping back up. It's 5 minutes looking good for a MACD curl. Obviously the 1 minute looks better, but this would have to show a shift in momentum here, the break of pattern, and continue through VWAP. So if it pulls back a little bit here, that's fine, but it would have to continue higher, break through VWAP, and it would definitely need to break its 740 level to look even better. If it breaks 740 and holds this range, then we could definitely see this all the way back to 780, even $8, potentially pre-market highs here of 8, 825. I think we could definitely see it in that range, but this, like I said, would need to break and hold its level. So far so good. It's looking pretty good. Let's see if this breaks through VWAP and holds. I also don't want to take a trade on BFRI just to give it all back. Just like I said, this one's so choppy. It's so weird. This is at all-time highs now, so it's so choppy. I'm really nervous on it. Let's see. This one should resume at 47. Yeah, 47 minutes. So we still got about 2 more minutes before this one opens, and I guess we'll see what this one's gonna do when it does open. I'm suspecting, as I always do, but usually I'm wrong. I'm suspecting that this is gonna most likely continue out of the open and then do a false break and pull back, just because it's had these big rips and then a huge breakdown on the second candle. So you have another rip, and then you have move down, and then you have another rip, and then I'm suspecting another move down here pretty soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's bought up either. So I don't think I'm gonna buy into the next one. Like if it goes into a halt, I'd rather see a proper formation and then buy that entry. But we'll see. Another thing is that this also had that weird pattern that I'm talking about. So you got the inverted hammer doji here, and then you got this huge rip. Again, I'm not sure what move that is. I know someone mentioned in the comments. And I looked at the pattern, however, I couldn't find a reason. Like, I guess the question that I had was, how can you tell a shooting star from an inverted hammer? Like, how do you know when it's going to go on a bearish side compared to the bullish side? It's especially when it's set up in such a way. At first, I thought it was volume, but there would be, like, for example, this one has a lot of volume, and then its next move obviously is higher and it's green. But there's been times in which the candle's red, volume's high red volume, and then the next one's green. That kind of gets me confused because I'm not exactly sure why it does that. Same with this one right here. You know, inverted hammer, and then broke its last high, finishes inverted hammer, then broke its last high. So I'm really curious as to what that is. I don't know what it is. RELI, I want to check RELI out, but BFRI just opened, so gonna wait on it. So here's a move higher, and there's a rejection. Could buy this dip at 12. Kind of nervous though. Don't want to buy it just yet. 92 now, so 1275. Oh my gosh. This one's so choppy. I don't know if I want to trade it. I want to check out RELI. This one's gonna go without me. There's a second halt there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let this go without me. It's just so choppy. I don't know if you all saw it there for a second. It went from 1190 to 1275 in like half a second, and then it went all the way to 1213 and then 1230. Like, that's so whippy. So RELI got halted, which is awesome. That's really nice to see. I might just swap over to RELI if I'm being honest. I know how BFRI is trading, and I don't like the way it's stuttering. Like, it looks like it's real choppy. I don't like that price action. So RELI seems a little more slow. It seems like a better, or it seems more predictable, I guess. So I think I want to take my my trades on this one instead, just because I don't know. It's still within a good price range here compared to BFRI. BFRI is already getting pretty extended. It's 1335 right now. I'm not sure where it's showing it's gonna open. I can't see that because my charts aren't loading. However, it's already real extended. Like I said, I expected a pop and then a drop, and then, as I had mentioned previously as well, I'm pretty sure the dips are gonna get bought up as well. So yes, I could have taken my entry here at 1203. That could have been my initial entry, and look, it ripped all the way to 1335. However, if this went to 1203 and then flopped all the way to 1060, like, I'm down, a couple hundred there. So, and my stop, I'm not having a hard time getting filled, but it hasn't been the quickest, I'd say. So, whether I would have gotten filled or not entirely sure. But it's so whippy, or it's so choppy, especially this one. Like I said, it was at 1190 and then immediately flashed to 1275 and then all the way back to 1213 and then back to 1230, 33 or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know how safe I feel on this one. There's no proper pattern there. I'd rather wait for proper consolidation. And later on in the future, when I do have more margin or more of a budget, I guess, I will take entries like this. Like some of them are kind of obvious to me. Like obviously at 12, it was holding support. It wasn't breaking lower. And that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You know, if the next candle open over here and then flush, I mean, obviously you don't want to get in there. But I don't know, like it was obvious support. You got a market order flush all the way back down to, I guess, its initial entry. And then you have this one right here at 12. I mean, it's holding 12, holding 12, holding 12. And to me, that just makes sense to buy. Clearly, it would have worked out in my favor, but you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I guess I'm not gonna trade that because I'm not willing to risk a $300 loss just to make, you know, panic out and make like a $50 win or a $100 win. You know, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. RELI should open here in about a minute and a half. We're gonna go ahead and see what RELI is wanting to do. How this one trades at open. It's coming right into a resistance level here. But it's showing 833 at open, which is actually pretty high. High of this candle is 829. So if it actually does, we have, let me see, 867 as our new target. Because 867 is the pre-market high. So let me go ahead and draw that line out. All right. But we are coming into resistance here. This is a big area of resistance. Okay, so now it's showing at 777, which seems more realistic. Only thing is that it's pretty extended off VWAP now. You have all these green candles in a row. We're going to need a proper pullback, and knowing that it's finishing, or that it's going to open close to, I guess, where it closed, doesn't look super hot, but we'll see what it's going to do here in the next 20 seconds. Okay, so here's open. There's 813. Back down at 780. Back up to 8. 820 now. Coming into resistance there. 25. It's having a hard time breaking these 20 levels. So it's not as strong as BFRI, and that's for sure. So there's a drop back down to the 80s, 70s now, 50s, massive drop. I don't like that price action. Let's go to BFRI, see what this one's going to do. This one's going to open here. So huge market order right off the bat and an immediate flush. Not going to buy this yet. 5-minute looks terrible. 10-minute also looks terrible. I feel like this one already made its move. If we see a flush back down here, I wouldn't be entirely surprised. So this actually looks good. If I can buy this dip, let's see what it wants to do. 5 and 10 minutes are still extended. They're red right now. Next 5 minutes going to open here pretty soon. This would have to break 1350 and finish really high, honestly. It's 13. It's having a little struggle here. It's 30 now. The only reason I don't trust it is because we're on the last 1 minute for the next 5-minute candle to open. So I could take an entry here at 1310 for the break of this last 1 minute high. And that would have worked out, obviously. 33, there's the high. So even though it didn't break the high, double top there, I still would have been profitable most likely if I sold it. Again, I just don't trust it because the next 1 minute's going to open and the 5 minutes pretty red. Like I said, this would have to break and hit around 14 for me to still stay interested. It would at least have to finish green on the 5 minute. But I mean, we'll see right now. We have like 20 seconds left. It's having a hard time breaking its 1330 level though here. It's double topping. So we already got our first area of major resistance. probably going to see some consolidation here just because the 10-minute doesn't look strong, 5-minute doesn't look so strong. So if this opened and didn't break their highs or whatever, or didn't break as significant with that market order, this wouldn't be a problem, I would say, and I would like to get in. But the MACD's crawling on the 1-minute. I don't really trust it in this area. The next 5 minutes going to open in another 5 minutes, obviously, but the next 10 minutes still also doesn't look very strong. So this next 5-minute would have to finish high around 14 something for me to stay interested, just because the 10 minutes pretty bad. So, but with the way the 1-minute MACD is moving, I don't think so. At least not right now. RELI 1-minute MACD doesn't look hot. 10-minute MACD doesn't look hot. 5-minute looks okay though. So if the 5-minute can actually make a move, if the 5-minute can shoot higher, then that would look great. But I wouldn't want it to break its low here, which it looks like it wants to do. This one's gonna be a very difficult one to trade, especially with that huge red candle. That's a massive red candle there. So I don't think this one has enough momentum to it to actually come back like that. It would really depend. It'd have to finish close to 8, I'd say. So like 780. But the way that red candle came in, and knowing how much volume was in on that one candle, and knowing how it's rejecting right here as well, doesn't give me any confidence on this one. BFRI, same situation. It's pulling back on the MACD quite a bit, which I'm surprised about, and now it's coming back towards VWAP. So that was basically the play. I mean, you would have had to have gotten in here and on this rip, on this pullback, which, like I said, I could have gotten at 1203 multiple times and ride that wave all the way to 1350. Even on this dip, it still would have been profitable. Like, I mean, 1275, let's just say I sold the bottom. I mean, I still would have been up 75 cents just about. Another entry was back here. Again, didn't take that entry. Another entry was back here. Again, didn't take that entry. I was looking for a better pullback on this one. I waited too long on it. Same with this one. I kind of got nervous with the price action, how it was moving. And then also opened mid candle here, 2 inverted hammers. You know, I wasn't sure if I had a lot of confidence in it just because of how choppy it was. And it hit that level how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times before it actually broke through. Actually 6 different times before it finally broke through and made a huge move. So, I mean, that's on me. But with that being said, I think I'm just going to wrap it up here, call it, and we'll go ahead and see what happens tomorrow. I'm kind of glad I just finished up 30 at least. I mean, better than nothing. I'd rather finish up 30 than be red for sure. But hopefully tomorrow I can actually capture these big moves and you know, make some better plays. But it's all about being patient, waiting for the right setups, and not just gambling the whole thing. So unfortunately, like I said, I missed these 2 moves, but we'll come back tomorrow. So I will see you guys later.